Morning, 7th grade students. This is Miss Denise. We are going to explain the workshop that corresponds to this cycle. It's called Personal Best, and this is teaching number 3. And the goal is to identify good and bad habits and give advices to improve health. Here in the picture, we can see some people with good habits and bad habits. Can you think about some good habits people should have for a healthy life? Could you mention some bad habits you have? Why habits are important? Habits can be extremely useful and it would be impossible to run our lives without them. They automate many of the routine activities in our lives and free up our minds so that we are capable of concentrating on higher levels activities. For example, if we had to consciously think about basic functions like walking or chewing our food or talking, we will have no mental ability available to perform other functions. The ability to write or type automatically allows us to focus on producing a great article, letter, email, or novel. Similarly, walking by automatic processes allow us to be able to think about where we are going. We have thousands of these good habits that our muscle memory has built up over time. Driving a car and riding a bike are all of a series of habits and actions we perform without conscious intent. Therefore, habits play an important role in simplifying our lives. It is estimated that of every 11,000 signals we receive from our senses, our brain only consciously processes 40. Habits save us energy as by their nature they are automatic and require little physical and mental strength. For instance, brushing your teeth or tying your shoelaces require very little mental energy. Good habits serve to create routine, order, and efficiencies. Unfortunately, bad habits have the opposite effect and can lock us into negative or writing patterns of behavior. Bad habits such as overeating, smoking, or driving too much can be damaging to our health or well being. Our brains are very powerful and are constantly scanning for patterns in our lives or things. It can turn into habits. Unfortunately, our subconscious mind does not discriminate between good and bad, and anything that is repeated over time has the potential to become a habit. Fortunately, we can take control of this process and consciously choose which thoughts, actions, and behaviors will become habits. How to ask for and give advice. Here we have some examples about how to give advice. What do you suggest? What do you advise me to do? What should I do? What ought to do? What's your advice? If you were me, what would you do? And giving advice, if I were you, I would. Why don't you do better? If you take my advice, you'll, etc. Giving advice, you can also say, you should. Why don't you? My advice is to, I think you should. If I were you, I would. Have you thought about? It might be a good idea to. Available. Able to obtain. Capable. Able to achieve efficiently whatever one has to do. Damaging, harming and destroying, perform, carry out. Here you have an example of how to give advices by using the word should. And here you can see the exercises we have in the class. And this is a link I would like you to go in order to make a little review of the topic we studied today. Evaluación, este será nuestro segundo parcial. Esta actividad deberán socializarla en clase. Y es la siguiente. Pretend that you are a doctor and that someone with serious obesity problem is going to your office. Which advices would you give to this person in order to improve his habits and have healthy life? Okay, students, this is what you are going to study during this week. Be safe. God bless you.